Safety Manager, From Zero to Expert by Dmitry Borovoy. Inspections, a job, not a catastrophe. Chapter 12. Inspections, a job, not a catastrophe. This chapter covers the loudest fear a new safety manager carries: roadside and office inspections. We'll walk through the inspection levels, level 1 to 8, what the inspector looks at, how the driver behaves, what the safety does before, during, after, and how to prep the company for an inspector showing up at the office. By the end of the chapter, an inspection snaps into its real place. It's not a catastrophe. It's a procedure with a predictable flow. Pause. Read this before we dive into the details. I know the word inspection is working as a trigger right now. Your head goes straight to fines, out of service, blown load, the conversation with the owner where sorry won't cut it. Freeze that picture for a second. A few things you need to load into your head before we go further. An inspection is not a trial. FMCSA and the states run roughly 3.5 million inspections a year across North America. Every minute, somewhere, an inspector is walking up to a truck. Your driver is not a target. This is industrial routine, same as a weigh-in or a dock load. The inspector is not your enemy. He's a certified CVSA officer with a checklist. He works the checklist. No violations, you roll. Violations, he writes them down and almost always lets you roll anyway. Straight OOS cases are a separate story, and we'll cover them. A clean inspection works for you. A clean inspection isn't nothing happened. It's a plus in CSA, a minus in your basic scores, an argument at insurance renewal. A properly prepped driver at a roadside earns your company reputation. Get that straight right now. Fear is about not knowing. 90% of the anxiety lifts once you see the procedure, step by step. Read this chapter, you'll see. I've tested this on dozens of new safety managers. One more thing. Even a bad inspection is not a death sentence for the company. Data queue, confirmation of corrections to the DMV, corrective action plan, these tools all work. There are almost no truly unsolvable situations in this area. Breathe out. Let's go. 12.1. Why FMCSA needs all this in the first place. FMCSA doesn't have many ways to actually see what's going on inside a fleet. An office can be cleaned up in a week. A roadside inspection is the moment of truth. Truck on the road, driver with documents, ELD with a week of logs. No hiding. Every inspection lands in SMS, Safety Measurement System, and moves the needle across the 7 basic categories. Full detail, Chapter 3. In plain English, clean inspection, scores down, company looks better. Inspection with violations, scores up. Some violations, OOS, serious HOS, no CDL, hit especially hard. It directly grabs 3 things. 1. Insurance. Insurers pull CSA before renewal. Bad scores equals an extra couple grand on your premium. 2. Brokers. Half of the decent brokers won't touch you with red basics. 3. FMCSA attention. The worse the picture, the faster they show up for a compliance review at your office. One inspection sits in CSA for 24 months. So a busted stoplight today echoes for 2 years. Where they catch you. Weigh stations. The main spot. A driver is required to pull into every open one on the route unless pre-pass or state law exempts him. Straight off the highway, a patrol can stop you for a traffic violation or just at random. At a truck stop parking lot, an inspector can walk up to a parked truck. That's his right. At a port, a warehouse, a state line, rarer but it happens. One conclusion. 24/7 readiness. There's no, I wasn't expecting an inspection today. Documents in the folder, CDL in the pocket, logbook honest. That's the baseline state, not a special mode. International Road Check Week. Once a year, usually in May, CVSA runs International Road Check. 3 days of mass Level 1 inspections across North America. Each year they pick a focus: brakes, tires, HOS, cargo securement. What you do: 2 to 3 weeks before road check, full document sweep across the fleet. Mechanics, tires, brakes, every light. Message to drivers. Inspections will be up. We don't hide, we drive. A clean inspection this week is worth especially much for CSA. 12.2. The 6 steps of a full inspection. The inspector doesn't improvise, he goes by the steps. At different levels, some steps get skipped, but the logic is always the same. Step 1. Driver documents. First request. CDL. Valid right class, required endorsements, HNT, etc. Medical card. DOT medical certificate. Valid, issued by a certified examiner. Step 2. Company documents. MC certificate. Operating authority. Copy in the cab. ISTA license. Active. Decals on both sides of the truck. Insurance certificate. Valid. UCR. Paid for the current year. Step 3. Unit documents. Truck registration. Cab card. Valid. Annual DOT inspection not older than 12 months. Sticker on the door plus a paper copy. Trailer registration. Valid. Trailer annual inspection. Same. Step 4. Cargo. Bill of lading for the current load. If empty, the last BOL. The inspector has the right to look inside the cab to make sure there's nothing prohibited. Alcohol in the cab on duty, prohibited. My brother gave it to me, doesn't work. Step 5. Hours of service. The inspector pulls the log for 8 days, 7 prior plus current. He checks 11-hour driving limit, 14-hour on-duty window, 30-minute break, 10 hours off duty before a shift, ELD working correctly. HOS is where even veterans slip. Details, Chapter 7. Step 6. Mechanical. Only level 1, 2, 5, 6. Now the inspector climbs on the truck and under it. Tires, pressure, tread, condition, brakes, pads, leaks, lights, headlights, markers, turn signals, stops, steering, suspension, springs, cargo securement, seatbelt, exhaust, fire extinguisher, first aid kit, triangles, emergency exits. The finale, inspection report. This document goes into the FMCSA database. The state has to upload the data within roughly 21 days, and the inspection shows up in your CSA scores at the next monthly SMS update. The driver's job. Don't lose it, don't throw it away, photograph it, send it to the safety. Empty violations section. Clean inspection. Violations, they're listed with FMCSR codes. Some may be flagged OOS. In that case, the truck or driver stays put until it's fixed. 12.3. The 8 inspection levels. CVSA splits inspections into 8 levels. In working practice, you constantly run into level 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4 and 5. The rest are rare. Level 1, North American Standard Inspection, the full version. 45 to 60 minutes. Everything in the 6 steps above. Inspector goes under the truck, checks brakes, suspension, steering, the whole package. This is the one you really need to be ready for. A clean inspection at Level 1 is the most valuable result for CSA. Level 2, walk around. Same as Level 1, without going under the truck. They check what's visible from the ground. About 30 minutes. Documents, HOS, exterior, full check. Level 3, driver only. Just the driver and his paper. The truck isn't touched. About 15 minutes. They check CDL, medical card, MC, IFTA, insurance, HOS for 8 days, seatbelt, driver's condition, alcohol, drugs, and BOL. The most common inspection at weigh stations. For staff safety managers, Level 4, special targeted check of one specific item. FMCSA sees a trend, a string of failures on a specific model or part. They run targeted Level 4s. You rarely see it. For owners, Level 5, vehicle only, full mechanical, no driver present, usually at the terminal or in the office during a compliance review. Up to 30 minutes, everything Level 1 covers on the hardware side. Level 6, enhanced for radioactive cargo. Extended Level 1 for hauling radioactive material. Permit, markings, documents. The CVSA sticker here is good for one trip only. About 60 minutes. If you're not hazmat, you'll never see it. Level 7, jurisdictional, special checks run by a state or province, school buses, intrastate operations, free hotel shuttles, may be performed by state contractors, not just DRT inspectors. Level 8, electronic, remote inspection without stopping the truck. Telematics transmits GPS, driver status, CDL, medical card, duty status, US DOT, registration, UCR, OOS orders. exotic level. Most safety managers never see it in their career. Checklist, frequency by level. Level 1, key takeaway, weigh stations, road check. Level 2, key takeaway, weigh stations. Level 3, key takeaway, weigh stations, frequency champion. Level 4, key takeaway, targeted campaigns. Level 5, key takeaway, terminals, office. Level 6, key takeaway, radioactive hazmat. Level 7, key takeaway, school buses, special ops. Level 8, key takeaway, rare. Driver behavior at an inspection. Teaching a driver to behave correctly is literally company money, not a metaphor. CSA scores equals insurance premium. Behavior on the shoulder moves the scores. Checklist, 10 rules for the driver. 1. Stop where the inspector pointed. Don't look for a better spot. Right there. 2. Kill the engine unless the inspector asks otherwise. Roll the window down. 3. Hands on the wheel. Level tone. No jokes. 4. Say hello. Good morning, officer is enough. 5. Do what the inspector asks, in the order he asks. Don't push your own. 6. Pull documents without panicking. Every paper has a place. Folder, glove box, tablet. No digging around the whole cab. 7. Don't answer questions that weren't asked. Short, on point, true. 8. Don't know? Call. Let me call my safety manager is a normal adult thing to say. 9. Don't argue. Even if you're sure the inspector is wrong, the shoulder is not the place for a debate. Contesting is my job through Data Q, Chapter 14, not the driver's job on the shoulder. 10. Take the inspection report. Don't leave without it. Photograph it on the spot and send it to the safety. What the driver does not do, does not step out of the cab without permission, does not offer the inspector coffee, a cigarette, water. Dual interpretations help nobody. Does not film the inspector. In some states it's legal, but it ruins the relationship instantly. Does not lie. Lying on HOS equals OOS plus misrepresenting records. One of the heaviest violations in CSA. Not worth one conversation. 12.5. The safety manager's work. Before, during, after. For owners, Track A. Owner with 1 to 3 trucks. You're both the driver and the safety. All the prep equals your own safety on the road. Every day before an inspection. Cab folder. MC, IFTA, insurance, registration, annual inspection. All current. CDL and medical card not expired. Pre-trip and DVIR done and signed. HOS clean for the last 8 days. During, work the driver checklist above. Don't argue. After, save the inspection report. No violations, into the unit file, move on. Violations, fix them and send a written confirmation to the Commercial Division of DMV of the state where the inspection happened. Deadline is usually 15 days. Assess whether it makes sense to file a Data Q, Chapter 14. For staff safety managers, Track B, Employed Safety. You have a fleet. Your job is to make the inspection outcome independent of which driver happens to end up in it. That's a system, not luck. Before the inspection, systematic work. Hire day training. Day 1, a briefing on DOT inspection behavior. Signature on the policy. 2, monthly document sweep in the cabs. MC, IFTA, insurance, registration, annual inspection. Expiring ones, replace ahead, not on the last day. 3, CDL and medical card tracking. Reminders 60 and 30 days before expiration. 4, HOS in real time. The ELD platform has to show violations before the driver rolls onto the scale, not after. 5, fleet annual inspections. On schedule, no gaps. 6, work with the mechanics, brakes, tires, lights. During the inspection, on the phone, the driver may call to clarify a document, to ask for a current insurance certificate to be forwarded. Sometimes the inspector has an old one in the system. Don't go over the inspector's head until he himself asks for company contact. 1. Receive the inspection report, photo plus original by mail. 2. Put it in the driver file and unit file. 3. If violations exist, break them down by type, HOS, vehicle, driver. Assign someone responsible for the fix. Check OOS status. If OOS, truck driver stays put until cleared. Send a written confirmation of correction to the DMV of the inspection state. Without it, the violation sits in CSA as open. 4. Check whether there's ground for a data queue. An error in a code, a VIN, ELD data, a reason to file. 5. Keep the inspection report at least 12 months from the inspection date. That's the legal requirement, Section 3969D3. In practice, keep it longer. Violations live in CSA for 24 months, and you'll want the report at hand for data queue and the insurer. 6. If basic jumps sharply after the inspection, launch a corrective action plan. Chapter 17. Checklist. Where safety managers break after an inspection. Didn't send confirmation to DMV, violation sits open. Lost the inspection report, nothing to file, nothing to contest. Didn't data queue an obvious error, 2 years with a damaged CSA. Didn't tell the rest of the drivers about a pattern mistake, it repeats. I've seen all 4. The first one is the most common. 12.6. When the inspector comes to the office, different story. 2 different events, don't confuse them. New Entrant Safety Audit. From Chapter 1, the first 18 months after receiving authority, the company sits in new entrant status. FMCSA is required to run a safety audit within the first 12 months of operations and decide whether to grant permanent operating authority. What they look at: company file, MCUCR, MCS 150, IFTA, insurance. Driver qualification files, Chapter 5, CDL, MVR, PSP, medical card, drug test, policy signatures. Drug and alcohol program, Chapter 9, policy, signatures, tests, clearinghouse. HOS, ELD and logs for 6 months. Vehicle maintenance, annual inspections, repairs, DVIR. Accident register, crashes for the period. Format, either on-site they come to you, or off-site you send in the documents. Compliance review, deep audit. Triggered when basic scores are above threshold. A fatal crash happened. A complaint, driver, employee, customer. A poorly passed safety audit. A CR is on-site only. The inspector sits in your office and digs through files for hours. The output, a safety rating. Satisfactory, you're fine. Conditional, serious stuff, needs fixing. Unsatisfactory, authority can be revoked. If the call has already come, they told you, in 2 weeks, an inspector is coming for a safety audit. First reaction, panic. Normal. Hold it for 5 minutes, then work. You have 14 days. That's a lot. Enough to put in order everything that actually can be put in order. Day 1. Write out the list of files they'll look at, see above. Mark each, good, needs work. Days 2 to 7. Close the gaps in the DQ files, Chapter 5. Check signatures on policies, real ones, not he'll sign later. Update drug and alcohol records and clearinghouse queries. Run the ELD for 6 months, write out the violations, prepare an explanation for each. Make sure annual inspections and repairs are documented. Days 8 to 12. Run a mock audit, yourself against the FMCSA checklist, or with an outside expert. Ours is $399. Close what's surfaced. Day 13. Set up a workspace for the inspector. Desk, printer nearby, quiet spot. Assign who on the team answers which questions. Day 14. Greet him politely. Walk him to the prepared spot. Answer honestly and briefly. Don't hide problems. An experienced inspector spots a cover-up from the door. Don't know? Let me check and get back to you. No improvising. Checklist. What has to be ready? MCS 150, current. UCR, paid for the current year. Insurance, valid. NC certificate, copy. IFTA license, plus quarterly reports for the year. Driver files, full package for each driver. Drug and alcohol policy, plus signed acknowledgments. Drug and alcohol tests, pre-employment, random, post-accident. Clearinghouse queries, annual and pre-employment. ELD logs for 6 months, plus HOS reports. Annual DOT inspections for each unit. Maintenance records, plus DVIRs. Accident register for 12 months. Roadside inspection reports for 12 months, plus correction confirmations. 12.7. 3 scenarios that repeat year after year. For staff safety managers. Clean scenario, fleet of 6 trucks. The safety has been on for 3 years. The system is tuned. Fresh documents. ELD with hard alerts. DQ files with no holes. During road check, one of the drivers rolls into a weigh station, gets a level 1. Inspector runs the full package. Clean. Company gets a plus across 3 basics at once. Over the year, the same driver picks up 3 more clean inspections. SMS under driver fitness trends towards 0. At renewal, the insurer gives a discount. The moral isn't luck. The moral is the system. Typical scenario. Fleet of 4 trucks. A new safety. A driver catches a level 3 in Pennsylvania. CDL, good. Medical card expired 3 days ago. ELD, 2 violations of the 11-hour limit over 8 days. Seatbelt, buckled. Violations, expired medical, plus HOS violations. Medical pulls OOS, the driver is parked. In emergency mode, arranges a medical exam at the nearest clinic. 4 hours later, the driver rolls again. Violations go into CSA. The safety sends confirmation to DMV. Files a data queue on one of the HOS violations. Technical ELD error, there's a log. A month later, 1 violation is lifted, 1 stays. Simple lesson. Didn't track the medical card date. The company got an OOS, lost 4 hours, and took a plus in CSA for 2 years. 1 calendar ticket at 30 days before expiration would have erased the whole story. Failure scenario. Fleet of 2 trucks. The owner is his own safety. New entrant, month 14. A call comes for an on-site safety audit. What they find: DQ files, no MVR or PSP for either driver. Drug and alcohol policy, no signatures, X. Pre-employment drug test, done, but no copies of the results on file, X. Annual inspections, present, but no repair records for the year, X. ELD logs, present, HOS in order. Result, conditional safety rating, 60 days on a corrective action plan. The owner digs through files, but the insurer has already raised the premium by several thousand a year, and 2 brokers have killed their contracts. I've seen this scenario many times. The common thread in all of them, trying to save on an outside safety at the start, $150 to $200 a month versus $5 to $10 grand in losses per quarter after conditional. The arithmetic reads itself. Key takeaway. Chapter 12 Takeaway 1. Around 3.5 million inspections per year across North America. This is routine, not an exception. 2. A clean inspection improves CSA. An inspection is a tool, not a verdict. 3. 8 levels. In reality, you live with level I-2-3. Level 1, full with the crawl under. Level 3, driver only. 4. 6 steps of a full inspection. Driver documents, company documents, unit documents, cargo, HOS, mechanical. 5. Driver, calm 10-point checklist, no arguing, take the inspection report. 6. Safety manager, system before, phone during, corrections plus DMV confirmation plus storage after, 12 months by law, longer in practice. If the inspector made an error, data queue. 7. New entrant safety audit. Within the first 12 months, new entrant status runs 18. Compliance review. With bad CSA or complaints. Output is the safety rating. 8. Mock audit 2 weeks before an onsite. The best preparation that exists. You've got Chapter 12 if you can name the 8 DOT inspection levels and explain the difference between level I-2-3. You know the 6 steps of the full inspection and the documents at each. You understand what a clean inspection is and why you want one. You know the 10 rules of driver behavior at an inspection. You distinguish a new entrant safety audit from a compliance review. You know the inspection report retention term, 12 months by law, longer in practice. You know the correction confirmation goes to the DMV of the inspection state. The word inspection no longer triggers a red light in your head. The most expensive pattern in safety is when you learn about your problems at the same moment the inspector does. The price tag on that meeting, a conditional rating, 7 to 15K on the insurance premium, brokers walking. Mock DOT audit is a simulation of the real audit, run by an outside safety expert. We come in, look at the files the way FMCSA will look at them, hand you a report with the holes, and 30 to 60 days to close them before the real inspector walks in. Mock DOT Audit. One time, $399. Report plus corrective plan plus a control recheck in 30 days. Safety Compliance Premium. $499 per month. Includes mock DOT audit 2 times a year, daily CSA monitoring, DQ and drug and alcohol management, prep for any inspection type, data queue defense. $399 pays for itself the first day the real audit walks out satisfactory. 315-871-0833. WhatsApp +1 929 347 4410. TruckerNavi.com. Data at TruckerNavi.com. Offices, New York, New Jersey, Florida. 1-1. That was a chapter from Safety Manager from Zero to Expert by Dmitry Borovoy, founder of TruckerNavi. The full book is on Amazon. The companion page is at TruckerNavi.com/en/book.